Hello viewers, I'm SB, and welcome to Call of the Sea. When this was recommended to me, the person recommending it called it Myst-like, but with a plot, which is maybe a little bit reductive about Myst. I think I basically get what they're saying. And you know what? We're in a very sort of investigation-y mindset here on the channel right now, and you all know how much I love to be a pretty lady solving puzzles. So I guess let's get in here and do that thing. I really don't know much more about it than that, you know. So I like to come in pretty blind, but the screenshots on the store page sure are pretty. You know, like this. This is maybe a good example.
What was that? What are those voices?
Okay, yes, I do have control. So, I mean, the first thing I think from that gibberish is, boy, that sure looks like some Cthulhu-y undersea gibberish. Maybe the undersea thing is coming from the fact that, you know, we are now undersea more than the gibberish itself. This is... boy, the whole game isn't swimming, I hope. I'm pretty sure it's not. A lot the screenshots on the store page are on land. Alright, well, I guess let's see where they want us to go. Obviously, I want to look around everywhere and find all the hidden stuff. But given the speed that we move at here, and the fact that I can't accelerate, I probably ought to just go directly to the goal. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day. Also, if the voices are a little quiet, I can adjust that between episodes. It does look like they're coming in a little softer than I was expecting.
I know this place. I've been here before.
Well, see, here's your problem. Somebody just left the door wide open and also completely off the hinges. How could you expect to keep the water out in a situation like this?
Life. I'm trapped in here. These stairs. I'm climbing these stairs again.
For a certain definition of climbing.
I need to get out. The voices are calling me.
Just a bunch of empty picture frames is weird.
My old music box. It's broken. I have to fix my old music box. I have to get it. I have to... Those horrible dreams again. I've had them repeatedly ever since my mother died and left me that music box in her will. Harry always said that old family heirloom had something to do with my family's strange disease. If the doctors won't give us an answer about your illness, I'll search for one myself, you said. And in that search, it seems you lost yourself. I don't think I'd ever...
Pardon me, madam, but the island is in sight. We'll be lowering the boat in just a minute.
Oh, thank you so much, Captain Hodgson. I'll be right out. All right, time to gather my things.
So far, an awful lot of weirdly expository talking to myself. Me, who should already have all this information. You know, in a lot of games, they would have you be writing in a diary or something to give you sort of a mechanism for that to make sense.
I leave the cabin. I wouldn't want anyone thinking I'm a circus freak. I received a mysterious package at my house. I stored all its contents in my locked suitcase. I received a mysterious package at my house. I stored all its contents in my locked suitcase.
Well, that certainly isn't very much information. I mean, I guess she did say it was mysterious.
Ah, the amazing adventures of Nora Everhart, art teacher.
So we do have a diary. They could totally have had us be writing in the diary to explain. It's fine. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Curious things from my journey. Nora, remember this. This is home, I guess. 506 somewhere. Oh, okay. We have a lot of setup, actually. How far back can we look? Interesting. Well, I mean, we'll dig into this, but I wanna get a little taste of the, there we go. We get a little taste of the actual gameplay first. We will definitely get to all of the text.
Oh my, I have the worst memory. I forgot the combination again.
Oh, weird. I actually have
always
to...
bring my journal with me to write things down.
I actually have to click and drag to move the wheels. That's unusual.
All right, now it's open. This strange and sharp relic came in the package I received at home.
The fact that we have so much inspection power over the items makes me assume that we will actually need to do this at some point. We'll need to inspect some things for information or to solve puzzles.
Unsettling dreams. I drew it as soon as I woke up. Harry Everhart, my husband, my partner, and my dear old pal.
He's really mad at this gun. Harry used to spend hours bullying that gun in the shed, putting it in headlocks, giving it noogies.
A brass key with the letters CW engraved on it, and some enigmatic instructions.
Okay. Well, I will try to remember that and maybe even succeed. We'll see.
Madam. The motorboat is ready.
After spending so much time reading this book, I think I've learned a thing or two about Polynesian culture.
Yeah, I'm sure that book is bang on, no mistakes of any kind.
What was I thinking when I brought all these dresses on this trip? I think I've overpacked.
She did bring an awful lot of stuff with her.
Okay, Nora. From here on out, you're on your own.
And yet, I am certain there will still be an awful lot of dialogue. She sure does love to talk to herself.
This is Everhart's equipment, lads. We'll be back to pick you up in 3 days. I really hope you find your husband there, madam.
I hope it too. I'll see you in 3 days then.
But please be careful on that island. You know what the legends say about it?
I'll take care. Thank you, Captain Hudson.
Wait, sorry, what do the legends say about it? I don't actually know. I would like to... Okay, well... Good luck, us, I
Here
guess.
I am,
I guess.
in the middle of the ocean after traveling across half the world. Just miles away from where my husband is supposed to be. You
I
left
really
a year
like the
ago to search for a
watercolory
cure for my affliction.
sky.
The letters kept me close to you, but suddenly they stopped coming. What happened, old pal? What did you find? Whatever it was, it led you to hire a crew and set sail from San Francisco to Tahiti. And from there to this place, an island in the middle of the Pacific that the locals refuse to even name. Everything is familiar. So familiar. As impossible as that may sound. Is this the island I dreamed about? This can't be a coincidence.
No, I gotta agree with her there. That does seem like it would be awfully meaningful. I gotta tell you, I really love that she calls her husband Old Pal. That's a small detail that tells you a hell of a lot about their relationship and who they must be as people. Well, this is absolutely fucking lovely.
A breathtaking, idyllic island, surrounded by deadly reefs and protected with stakes to keep anybody from entering. Why?
You would think, with my voice being in my own head, that it would overcome
There's
sounds from
definitely
outside a
something
little more.
strange about this place.
I wonder if I can adjust the vocal volume up. I don't think there was a voice volume slider. I don't know, I'll mess with it between episodes, like I said.
Okay, Harry. Let's see if I can find any trace of you around here.
Oh man, is this as fast as we can walk?
Somebody was on this island recently.
None of the buttons that would ordinarily make you run in a video game are doing anything, so I think this is just our move speed. That's unfortunate.
This machete is completely worn down. The blade is dull.
Also, I wish there was a little bit of a background on the subtitles. I'll try to keep the bottom of the screen out of light areas while she's speaking.
A note written in French. I only understand 2 words. Île and mort. Island and death.
I speak a tiny bit more French than she does, but I can't make out a lot of the words here, so unfortunately I really don't know what this says.
It must be a warning about the dangers of the island.
She doesn't feel we should take it with us. I guess that's fair, leave it behind for anybody else who might show up. They should also know that things are dangerous.
A miniature va'a, a Polynesian outrigger canoe. Beautifully crafted, too.
It strikes me that I didn't look at the back of that letter. Maybe we oughta. Okay. That would have been an embarrassing thing to have missed so early on. So, yeah, I feel at this point, having pressed all of the buttons, pretty confident that we can't run. But you know what? We're just gonna... Absolute certainty, yes. Bindings. Run is left shift. Well, I'm definitely pressing left shift, so maybe we just can't run yet? I mean, that would be pretty weird. But... That's the thing. She's too in awe of her surroundings right now. Just taking it all in.
It opens from the other side.
Is that a person? No, it's... I thought this shape was maybe like a person tied to a stake, but now that thing that I thought was the head, I'm pretty sure is actually one of these birds. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll get over there.
I feel quite good. I dare say I might even walk a little faster than usual.
Okay, thank you very much for allowing me to speed up.
Unu. This seems to be telling a story.
Does it? Okay, so do we read it top to bottom? There was water, or mountains, either water or mountains, and then many people said, "Hey, look at that! Ain't that a thing?" And then there was water and mountains. The end. Did I mention I'm borderline illiterate? So, like, this is a person shape, right? They set up all the stakes to keep out this creature, maybe? And this is the second part of the story, because the other one had 1 hash mark down here, so... That's not a hash. You know what I mean. Yeah, okay, so maybe the stakes have been erected to keep out some kind of creature that lives in the sea? These people are very anti-SpongeBob SquarePants. I get it, I see where they're coming from.
It may look peaceful, but clearly somebody wants to keep outsiders off this island.
It is real pretty, though.
A lovely flower offering.
Do not touch it. Let's not touch anything, shall we? If this is the best run I could do, I definitely don't want to get into any Indiana Jones kind of situations out here. Alright, so number 3. Then they lowered someone down to the giant gecko as an offering, or maybe bait or something. And then they all ascended to heaven. And that guy got in a boat and sailed away from that island, which is a bad island, to this island, which is smaller. No judgments are made about its level of relative badness. And upon arriving, many people sailed back the other way because... This looks like we're throwing spears at those guys. Screw those guys. And then the giant gecko played a rousing game of Spy Hunter? I really don't These might not be great translations. Well,
What? Someone carved my name in the back of this unu.
hold on a second.
What
Do any
I've
of the
read,
rest of them...
Polynesians don't need doors. So why build such a big one?
No, the other unu didn't have anything on the back of them, did they? Guess I didn't check, and I probably oughta. I gotta start looking at the back of things. Okay. Looks like no. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely significant. That feels significant.
A carving tool.
Oh, I like the light glinting effect.
This box. CW. Those are the initials on the brass key. It opens it. So whoever sent me this key was here.
Okay. Somebody left me a crank wheel.
Scavenger hunt.
Because, you know, it's a video game, and this is how video game puzzles work. Can I take my key back, please? I mean, I'm sure I won't need it, but... I'm not... Be honest with you, I also would feel a lot safer if we could maybe take that knife. They mean this one? Not actually given a lot of option to interact with either of them. And this is what it said, right? Oh. Huh, I thought it said the stone under the thing, but that's fine. So I didn't see a place to put this into this door structure over here, but I mean, there almost has to be one, right? Because, again, that's the shape of a puzzle in a video game. I've been here before, you know. This is not, in fact, my first rodeo.
That did something. It works.
And, as such, I'm a little nervous right now.
This may be the first time I trespass a private property. My childhood in Newburyport wasn't exactly the most thrilling thing. Is that Harry? Harry, you were here! You were here and I found you, damn it. Where are you now? Where is everybody? Where did you and all your crew go?
June 24th. Hold on, can I look at that again? Alright, so what was the date on the... It's November 6th. Okay. I like this. Let's see if you have to put the game down for a while and come back to it. You don't get lost. Okay, so Harry was here and alive, and not that long ago.
Lady Shannon? That name sounds familiar. I'd better check my journal.
Oh, is the information in the journal actually going to be, like, relevant? It's not just backstory? Lady Shannon. Alright, I guess we better read this. It's been a month since I received Harry's last letter. That was on July 6th. It was postmarked San Francisco and mentioned that the answer to my illness might be found in the Pacific Ocean. I'm hoping his silence is only due to a delay in the postal service. July 14th, last night I had another of my vivid dreams, but this time something was different. I saw a strange island looming in the distance. In the heart of the island, a huge stone obelisk rose up before a mist-shrouded mountain. I woke up drenched in sweat. I keep waking up, September 16th, I keep waking up to odd dreams in the middle of the night. Still no news from Harry, and it's been 3 months already. Damn this disease of mine. My husband is missing, and I can barely walk for a couple minutes without getting exhausted. Okay, so it is unusual that we feel up to even a gentle jog here, which is maybe what I would describe our running speed as. October 10th, an enigmatic sentence written on a photo of my husband, an ancient stone relic that looks like a knife, a brass key with the letters CW engraved on it. All 3 of these were in a package I received yesterday, postmarked Tahiti, no sender. Find him, 74 nautical miles east of Otaheite, maybe? After leafing through a couple of history and geography books, I found that that is the ancient name of Tahiti, the same place the package came from. What does all this mean? Anyway, my mind is made up. Even though I still feel woozy, I have to give it everything I've got. It won't be easy, but I'll find my husband, whatever it takes, even if it means going to the end of the world. Following Harry's trail, I caught a train to San Francisco. In the Madison building, I found out that on May 25th, Harry bought 6 passages to Tahiti on the SS Carmel. On a side note, I'm not sure if it's the fresh air or the sea breeze, but I feel much better. Okay, that's good news. 5 days later, first I'll sail to Tahiti on an ocean liner. If I don't find Harry there, I'll have to find a ship that will take me to whatever is 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti, which is not going to be easy or cheap. October 23rd, I missed the sea so much after Harry and I moved to Denver. I loved to sit on the deck and watch the moonlight playing on the water. It's so comforting. November 1st. I finally arrived in Tahiti. Finding information about Harry's expedition is turning out to be a tough row to hoe. I think I must have walked all over Papeete asking about them, but nobody seems to know anything. About that place 74 miles east of Tahiti, some locals have mentioned an island, but they won't say anything else about it. It's like they think the place is cursed. I met an English sailor, Captain Hodgson. He knew some of the crew members on the Lady Shannon, a whaler. Apparently, the ship took an American expedition to an island east of Tahiti. Okay. According to Hodgson, it's been months since he last saw the Lady Shannon or its crew. Like every good sailor, the captain is superstitious. Do you think I'm mad? I'm not going to risk the lives of my crew by going to that cursed island, he said. November 4th. After 3 days of begging, I managed to convince him to take me to the island. Turns out not to be all that difficult after all. Save your money, Mrs. Everhart. Leaving me alone will be payment enough. I think there's a sweet, tender heart inside that grumpy old sailor. Either that or he just really hates me. And then, present day. So, okay, the Lady Shannon is the ship that he probably took out here. Now, what is this dated? Is that supposed to be a 4? What? I can't read what number that is. But okay, that's... I mean, as though we needed any more suggestion that it was in fact Harry who left these things, or at least members of his expedition. What have we here? Those look like they could be bodies.
A mechanical bridge? That doesn't fit in with Polynesian traditions either.
Okay, well this is some kind of puzzle or something. I cannot walk any further in this direction. I'm being invisible walled. Huh. Let's, can we walk down this path a little bit first? Just curious. I have no idea which way is forward.
Since I took such a long walk. This fresh air is doing me wonders.
It is very pretty out
I
here.
can feel the air is denser here in this mangrove swamp.
Huh.
Rays of sunlight shining through. Another symbol.
Okay, that's interesting, and that is obviously on the,
Now that I've crossed half the world, I wouldn't mind crossing the other half. But I have to do it with you, old pal.
Boy, they're really giving us a lot more space to play in right away here than I was expecting. I thought we were still kind of in, like, basic tutorial mode. But they're kind of letting me have the run of the thing.
Oh my, this is so beautiful. What were these birds called? Lorikeets. Cole's lorikeets.
Okay, so there's a different number of prongs left on each one of these things. Are these birds just gonna, like, let me approach them? Not really.
There are lorikeet feathers scattered around this unu. I'll draw the symbol in my journal. Polynesian chieftains make their head ornaments with lorikeet feathers. What a lovely souvenir.
I mean, like, listen, I'm not going to take one or anything. In theory, it's a wonderful souvenir. It's weird that she feels the need to write down only the symbol that the lorikeets are hanging out near. I mean, I guess it is, like, obviously significant, because it's the only one that has, like, a little bird house thing built on it, but... Can I just open this from here?
A shortcut. That's convenient.
I would feel so much better about this if it were less pointy. Why is it all going to be so pointy? It's very menacing. Alright, let's maybe go back and try to interact with that thing that appeared to be a puzzle back there. I kind of figured that, like, one of the two paths was going to be forward into more of the game, and the other one was just going to be like a little tutorial side branch, and maybe that's the case, and maybe this is the one that was forward. So that's, Let's go back and see if we can interact with that thing in a meaningful way. Boy, there sure are a lot of these. So they don't all have 5 prongs at the top, right? Like, there's different numbers of prongs broken off of each one, but also, I think, even if they weren't broken off, I think they would have different numbers at the top. It's all very interesting. And unfortunately, not a thing I have any idea what to do with.
Reminds me of those slot machines that Harry and I saw at the Atlantic City Pier, but a Polynesian version.
Okay, so this is all of the symbols. I guess maybe we're looking for the prongs on the top of the Unu with these symbols telling us the order to place them in? Let's go back here. So, okay. You could read this as a 4, or you could read it as a 3, right? Because there's multiple prongs and the third one's missing. 3 is where the gap is. Because if you don't read it that way, I don't know that we saw one that would count as a 1, but certainly something has to be the first symbol. Right? I don't think we saw an Unu that had a single prong coming off of it. Right? And then this would also be a 4, or, you know, if you read it by that, a 5. So, okay, let's say that it works that way. Let's say that 3 triangles are 5. I might have to get a physical notepad over here. The mountainy looking thing, the crown. The crown is 3. 3 triangles are 5. Crown is 3. Crown is 3. 3 triangles are 5. Maybe we only care about... Well, that's just that thing again. Maybe we only care about the ones that have the right number of prongs. The right number of spaces for prongs. The ones that would have 5 if they were not... If none were broken off. And if we're going by that counting system, then only, like, these ones make any sense to pay attention to. Only ones that are missing exactly 1 prong. So she's taking notes, right? Yes. But she's not taking the kind of notes I want. And we don't have the option of making her do that. So that's 2. But is there one that has 5 prongs up with just the first one missing? There isn't. So that does not seem to be a very reasonable method of figuring this out. Maybe we just don't have the information we need yet. It's possible. It's possible that puzzle is not yet meant to be solved. We have a way to go back Maybe let's just forge onward, and we'll see if we come across anything that seems significant. With the shortcut open, it's fast enough to get back there. Oh, nope, never mind. This is too deep to cross, even though we can see the bottom. Which is, I don't feel up to making the short jump across to there. I guess that's fair. You wouldn't want to slip, potentially. Okay, so we do have to solve this now. Oh, hold on. Am I allowed to walk up here? I am. It doesn't help, but I'm allowed to do it. And, you know, it's real pretty up here. I guess there's that. Okay. So why did she choose... Oh! Maybe it's not about numbers. It's about associating them with the vertical position of the symbols on the other side of the pole. Right? Because there was sun, birds, mountain, water... Hold on. Let's go back over there and have another look at that. I bet that's what it is. That's why she's taking the notes like this. So we got to figure out what things might be associated with the other positions.
To find a cure. And by the looks of it, he wasn't lying. We promised we'd never lie to each other from the moment we started dating, no matter how harsh the truth.
And that's a big setup for us to discover and be devastated by the fact that Harry definitely lied to us about stuff, right? So sun, birds, mountains, water, fish. Sun, birds, mountain, water, fish. So sun, birds would be this one then. And then mountains, water, fish. I wonder if she'll make a note every time we put together that one of these is for the puzzle. I mean, probably not, right? Because at this point we have looked at all of them. So... you sort of have the mountain symbol on you, but like... also a circle.
What a beautiful mountainous landscape.
Okay. A mountainous landscape through which to draw this thing, which is what goes in the place. I guess... hold on. Let's keep moving on. There's no reason to go back there before we have the other ones figured out. So why are you down here?
This sort of pond is a Polynesian.
Oh, water. Because one of the things is water.
Symbol inside it.
So then we just need the one that is... well, she said this is a fishing technique? Yeah, okay, so that's fish. So we need a different one to mean water. And I mean, it's got to be one of the ones in here, right? Because now we've deciphered the meaning of all of the ones outside of the big group. So which one of you is the most water? Who has a circle I can look through to look at some water? I mean, you just kind of look like a wave, but that is not necessarily meaningful. I mean, if we know 4 of them, I suppose we could brute force it? I mean, none of these... first of all, we don't get an eye prompt with any of them, which obviously is the thing that I am looking for. Is there maybe like... is there one tipped over in one of the pools or something? This one's over here near the coast. Is there one that I can only see when I'm like all the way over here, maybe? That would be significant. Huh.
This looks like cargo from an earlier voyage, long before Harry's expedition.
Interesting. I got an achievement for that, and I'm not sure why. Well, there's not one that's like visible in the water, but only from the extreme edge over here. So I don't actually... Maybe I'm missing the thing that should be significant, but... Yeah, I don't know. We could brute force the last symbol if we have to. Let's go back and put the other two in and see if... Maybe I missed one somewhere? I don't think so. Was there like one over here and I just didn't understand the significance? Hold on a second. What is this? Aha! Okay, well, speaking of significance.
Those markings seem to represent the sea. I'll make a note of them in my journal. It might come in handy.
Boy, that was serendipitous, huh? So we were sort of in locked in basic tutorial puzzle land. It's just that the puzzle was spread over a larger area than I was expecting. Was that cave open that whole time? Did I just completely fail to see it until our third circuit of the area? Okay, so the mountain one is this. The water one is the one that looks like water. And fish are this one.
Well, I guess I hit the jackpot.
Gosh, I hope those are bags of rocks. Was that a lighting glitch, or... Yeah, I guess it must have been. It looked like there was a real, like, flash. Okay.
How long have I been walking? I've lost track of the time.
The, like, will-o-wisps in the air here sort of give this a suggestion of being underwater.
Wow, what is this place? I'd better have a look around this abandoned village. Harry's crew might have stayed here.
Okay, those are creepy. Don't like those at all.
Something missing here.
I do feel like maybe the game's giving us a little bit too much of a push on some of this stuff.
A tiki, like something straight out of an adventure novel.
I do appreciate that the interaction symbols don't show up until you're quite close to things. That does help it feel a little bit less like the game is guiding you everywhere and a little bit more like you are actually looking at things yourself.
Composed of 4 pieces.
Can't fit in there. A lot of weird invisible walls so far, though. What is all this?
Blowing an ancient hatch with dynamite sounds like a fool's errand to me.
This looks like that platform where she said is something missing here.
Ooh, looks like someone didn't like you very much, Harry.
It's a sick imitation. I can totally hear him doing that. You got him.
This fella sounds pretty hot-headed.
July 14th, 1934. I came to this godforsaken island for just a few days, and it's been almost 2 weeks 2 weeks already of doing nothing. Is this rich jerk going to open that hatch anytime soon? I'm not going to wait for Mr. Know-It-All again like I did with the elevator. He'd better let me handle the situation. We brought dynamite for a reason. I think dynamite should be plan C, at best.
I've never cared much for games of chance.
This is like a dice. I've played this. It's not Yacht. I can't remember what it's called, but Okay.
I'm not sure what to expect on this island, but I hope I won't regret not having a gun.
I do really wish I had taken one of those knives.
Who worries
You can never have
this
enough.
much about their appearance in a place like this?
Because I think we did take the knife out of the chest on the ship, but also we should take all knives. We should have as many knives as possible. It's a weird shape for a mirror. I mean, not round, obviously, but the teeth around the edge of it.
Nice comb.
It's like monogrammed with a T. ADHT or SST.
They were packing a lot of heat when they came to this island, but they took all the guns with them.
I mean, I would definitely take all the guns if I were them.
Very neat. Quite a looker. A fashion model, maybe. Looks like this fellow was a real heartbreaker. His real name was Costas?
Do all passports of this time say this on them, or are we to take that he works for the Department of State? I guess this is an issue where I don't know much about passports in the 1930s. How dare I? Truly an embarrassing lack of knowledge. Hopefully you aren't all judging me too harshly. I am humiliated, though. Well, hold on. Let's look at the other little buildings in this area first, before I get distracted and wander off, as I am wont to do.
The Everhard expedition. They set up camp here.
He designed a logo without asking me. I don't want my name on this shoddy work.
Could these tikis be some sort of guardians?
Is she making a note of each of them? She is. Okay, so that's probably important then, if that's happening. Well, I appreciate her doing so. Lord knows I'm not going to remember.
Polynesian man covered in tattoos. I'm not sure if he looks angry or scared. Well, what well?
It doesn't want to be near the ruins? He doesn't want to be near the ruins. Why is he so afraid of that well? I'm real good at reading script, as you can tell.
So now you believe in magic, old pal?
He gave one of these amulets to each of us. Only Harry kept his. Interesting. Why, though? Like, even beyond, I don't believe in superstitious whatever, doesn't it seem quite rude to discard yours? Why wouldn't you, if you're a guest on his island?
Looks like some of the crew members didn't get along too well. A forbidden ritual?
He's warning us about those ruins. He says that some sort of forbidden ritual took place here. Okay.
Fascinating.
These ancient geometric stone structures are not Polynesian. What purpose did they serve? One does have to wonder. Except, obviously not, because it's a puzzle video game and we're going to figure it out. Why wonder when you could just know? Boy, this is something.
The river cuts through that canyon. It doesn't look safe to cross.
Yeah, no argument there.
Why is this hammock so far from the rest of the campsite? Look at this little fella. an amulet with a carved Marquesian cross. The symbol represents balance and protection.
I'm not going to take that. I feel like I should take that. I feel like I should take things that represent protection. Man, if I were the protagonist in one of these like video game adventure situations, I would be completely overloaded by random garbage so quickly. Maybe she's on the right track.
Oh, damn it. Someone on the expedition died. A farewell message from a friend.
I guess we'll have to finish our game in the afterlife. Rest in peace, Pally. Yes, it's like a poker game that you play with the dice. I think there's a name for it, another name for it other than a poker that you play with dice, but I don't remember what it is. Roy Granger.
I never thought that this expedition would cause anybody's death. I'm sure Harry never thought so either. If he'd known this was going to happen, he'd never have come here.
I mean, that does seem a little naive, don't you think? This is... Any kind of overseas voyage is at least a little dangerous, especially like in this time. And
delicate piece of craftsmanship.
So many things can happen, you know? And if they didn't think it was dangerous, why'd they bring so many guns?
He seems confused, as if he was having a hard time writing this down.
If anyone needs me, I'll be in the medical tent up on the flat outcrop. After what happened, I'd better find out more about the wall. After the explosion, is what it says underneath the cross-out, I think.
They used the emblem as a headstone for Roy's grave. This one resembles a shark.
So from the way she said that, I'm assuming we're going to find more such emblems.
Explosives. Looks dangerous.
Listen, if there's one place that I would definitely recommend you buy American, it's munitions.
Did they use all the dynamite?
Americans definitely know how to destroy a thing.
I hadn't been close to a grave since my mother's burial. Shortly after she died, my lovely Dalmatian spots, as Harry used to call them, appeared. I thought it was nothing at first.
So we haven't found the stone. Wait a minute.
This enormous stone slab looks like a mechanism to get up to the outcrop.
So the medical tent is up there. I must have missed it. I mean, it's probably pretty obvious somewhere. I just like looked past it. Just make sure we're looking at all of the boxes and everything. Wait a minute. Did I see... No, I guess not. I am not allowed to walk around that space between the things. Hold on. We missed this. Okay. Just realized those alcoves are big enough to hold a small square stone. Boy, that thing is just ominously watching over you no matter where you are, huh? Okay.
Oh, I must have found the luxury huts. Pretty swanky. I've seen Harry keep even restaurant checks for bookkeeping. He would never tear up a piece of valuable information.
Okay, so it is snapping them a little bit, it looks like. No, that's not right. This must go here. Okay, so there were 4 of these emblem tablets then.
Got it.
Seem to represent sea creatures, maybe family symbols. The order of the symbols is important, but what is the connection with each tiki? Why would someone rip this up, but then just leave all the pieces right next to each other?
It's been ripped out of something else.
Like, if they wanted to destroy the information...
The parts of the tiki on this column seem movable.
Okay, that's... So I'm assuming we have the parts here necessary to reconstruct the other tikis that we've seen, or maybe just one of them. Hold on, we'll get to this.
Look at him. Giddy as a schoolboy.
I found a rock!
Ichor?
Huh. Well, that's upsetting. I would be concerned... No, I am concerned. Why did they feel the need to use the word ichor at first?
That Frank seems to feel guilty for whatever happened. I feel really bad for him.
I still don't understand what happened. Roy knew just as well as you and me that the black ooze was highly volatile. I should never have believed him when he said he had your permission. Won't happen again. Okay, so let's be real careful if we find any black ooze.
More drawings.
Yes. Yes, it does in fact go up.
Interesting.
This remains from old civilization.
Considering how poorly Harry draws, this isn't half bad.
Ruins related to disease.
You put together quite an expedition, Harry. And all just for little old me.
Why would he think the ruins might be related to the disease? We're missing a lot of information
The
here.
Harry Everhard I know would never have given up on this. Something must have happened that kept him from solving it.
This is so frustrating. I know I'm close, but I can't find the right combinations. The things that I will be shouting within the next couple hours.
Black ooze. In a telescope?
So put a lens that has some black ooze on it into the telescope to, like, block out... Huh.
Where did you get this strange device, Harry?
A lens aligner. Okay, this is... I do not think we are ready for whatever is going on with this thing. Hold on, we'll come back.
I'm not really sure how this thingamajig works, or what to do with it.
I was trying to see if that...
Really
if
sure
the...
how this
Oh,
thingamajig
the magnifying
works,
glass was on
or what
that.
to do with
We
it.
were just seeing it through the edge of the machine. I did think it was weird that there would be 2 different icons on the machine.
My dear old pal, I know you won't ever read this letter, but I'm accustomed to writing you and it comforts me in this strange place. This island is riddled with secrets. So many secrets. But I'm not only talking about mechanisms and contraptions, Nora. I dare say that something on the island clouds one's judgment. Otherwise, I don't have an explanation for Roy's actions. The man was arrogant, impulsive, and a little cocky, but he was no fool. We weren't friends by any means, but he didn't deserve what happened to him. Nobody deserves that. We may have made some progress in finding the cure for your illness, but at what price? I miss you so much, Nora. Harry.
He may not say it explicitly, but Harry blames himself for Roy's death. I know him too well. And I miss you too, Harry.
Huh. So, I mean, like, I'm fascinated to know why he thinks he was close to finding a cure, why any of this has anything to do with my illness.
This explains why the campsite is nearly abandoned.
Tell the others to pack up as fast as they can. We have to get to the black sand beach. Something's happened to the ship. Bring only what's indispensable. Well, convenient that was a message that somebody felt the need to write down instead of just, shouting. So, okay, we figure out what lens to put in here.
Something's missing here.
And then...
Jeepers, a stranded ship.
It's quite a big ship. So yeah, we slip in a lens that has the right kind of black ooze on it, the right formation of black ooze on it. Huh. You know what? I think maybe this right here is where we're going to call it for today. We've got a little bit of a taste here, and we have sort of, at least, the idea of a task ahead of us. I'm pretty fascinated with what's going on here so far. So the intention with this series is that there will be a new hour of gameplay every day until we solve this thing. My impression is that this game is not super long. This is in the 5 to 10 hour range. So probably this won't be a terribly long series. But I'm really excited to see what it holds. So when you come back next time, tomorrow, I guess we're going to smear a bunch of extremely dangerous black goop across a bunch of lenses for some reason. And we'll see you then.